Wednesday, September 10th. Big show. Inflation, where is it? PPI came out. We'll go over the market, what to look for. I will, in the beginning, go over the tools, TrendSpider, Seeking Alpha, and Alpha Picks. I will go over some winners that I have given to people. Again, there were some that I gave that just I forgot to mention yesterday. So we'll go over those. Joe, in fact, gave me, shout out to Joe, gave me a nice tip yesterday. So did Casey, based on Oracle earnings, which we'll go over. I will show you from step to step how I look at a stock. And again, there's people on live YouTube chat that have said, hey, you can talk about TrendSpider and Seeking Alpha all you want. Since I've gotten them, I've done better. So the proof is in the pudding. If you're not one of those people that's gotten Seeking Alpha and TrendSpider, then you're kind of missing out. But understand, it's not for everybody. Part of what I'll put in my take this morning in the newsletter comes out every day, but what part of the beginning starts with my take. Part of what I'll put in my take is I didn't have these tools when I started over 40 years ago trading. And I have a stock certificate in my drawer that says I own stock in 1996. It's an actual physical paper. I don't know what the hell to do with it. I still think I own loosened shares. So we're going to go over that. But let's first look at the markets. Where are we? Well, if you look at a chart, okay, we have confirmation. We're above that 9-day. So the RSI, it's extended. It's at 62 on a 4-hour. The MACD, kind of at the oscillator. We still have more room to go. Today, PPI came out. Okay? PPI. This is Producer Price Index. This is the cost of making the goods that you buy. Okay? It came out. This will determine rate cuts. Inflation is clearly coming down. PPI was down. Tomorrow, you get CPI, which is the actual price that you pay. This is the cost of goods. But what does PPI tell us? It tells us that inflation is going down. That tells us the Fed will cut rates. And you're going to hear this a lot. Don't fight the Fed. And as they cut rates, the market should go up. Again, it should go up, but the reality of it is the bond market could have a hissy fit like this time last year when we cut rates, the bond market had a hissy fit. So understand, the market will determine where this goes. All you're doing is taking the information in and using that information and making a determination about the stocks and ETFs in your portfolio. The jobs report was horrible yesterday. Horrible. And if we look at a 5-minute chart, sorry about that, interrupted by a pressure washer who wanted to do the front patio. I just haven't gotten into it this year. But again, the jobs numbers came out at 10 a.m. yesterday. And what happened? Well, we crashed. But it recovered and continued higher. Again, they're not even thinking about the jobs number, revising the jobs number lower by 911,000 jobs. Didn't even make the market flinch. The VIX didn't even get above 15 or 16. In fact, the market by 10:30 to 11 a.m., everything had lost. Now, if you were looking for a sign of where's this market going to, this is a 5-minute chart. You can take a weekly chart. You can take a 5-minute chart. It's the same thing. It's just the time difference is different. And when you look at this September 5th, which was last week, we saw it spike up to this 581, okay? And you saw it spike on September 8th up to 581. And then we pushed through it. Where'd you pull back to right here? About 580. So if you're looking for a short-term support on QQQ for some reason, I think 580 would be it. It's not that hard. Again, these charts are simple. You just have to go through it. But remember, the market is at all-time highs. UX stocks clutch another record high as traders shrug off negative economic news. They're at all-time highs. Earnings are good. Jobs market is slowing. The bank CEOs told us yesterday at conferences that the consumer is still spending. Lower end consumers are still being left behind, which is horrible. But overall, consumer and AI spending are driving the markets higher. And if you want a market analysis, this one by Bravos Research on YouTube. Again, great research that I like to watch. They're kind of pointing to, hey, it's a bull market. And we're in a bull market until we're not. Now, today, I'm going to let the tools do the talking. The names I go over, I will give you the entire steps that I go over and the entire thing that I look at. And then the risk reward is up to you. You can have these tools and you can look at them yourselves. All the tools are on Linktree. Okay? The top one, TrendSpider. Get any annual subscription and get my 4-hour algorithm. My 4-hour algorithm is what I use. Chris said it best yesterday on YouTube Live when Dominic, I think, said, hey, I just got TrendSpider. Chris was like, you just got TrendSpider? And Chris said it great. I barely use half the features in TrendSpider. I'm showing you a very novice view of TrendSpider. You can scan the market. You can find bullish setups on any time frame you want. So say, for instance, you see a stock chart like this on 5 minutes and you see it go down there. Oh, it's going to go back up to 581. On a 5-minute chart, you can make that pick. You can scan it and you can literally set an alert. Just find it. It's so easy. Again, it's about time savings and you can get any of these annual plans. Now, here's the thing. You can try this out for 2 weeks for less than the price of lunch. So if you want to try it and see if you're going to use it, just use my link. Go over there. If you decide you like it, sign up for the annual plan like many people have, and I will email you afterwards with everything to import. Now, the second thing that you're going to see me to use, and it's the third link right here because I'm going to put these two together, but it's Seeking Alpha Premium. I use the quant rating, the portfolio setups, the watch list, the alerts, analyze with AI, okay? It's like having an analyst in your back pocket, the top stocks, top ETFs, and it's my go-to tool to make sure I don't make dumb trades. Yes, I'm going to lose. But the reality is, if the thesis isn't there, I can get out, add to your winners, cut your losers. And that brings me to Alpha Picks. A crazy return on a portfolio with full analysis of the portfolio every week. I'm constantly adding to these winners. Now, you can get each one of those separately. You can go to the third link and get a free 7-day trial of Seeking Alpha Premium. You can go to the fourth link and get Alpha Picks by itself. Okay? You can save the money, $30 and $50. But I steer people towards the bundle. Get the bundle because you're saving $159. And it gets you the best of both worlds for a year. So let's go over some of the winners. Yesterday, I went over all of the stocks that I've given folks. One I left out, and it was here, July 27th. And I'm going to give you that one. Has it run too much? I don't know. That's going to be something for you. But this is something that I regularly give to readers of the newsletter. And it's STX. Now, that was July 27th. July 27th, I said, if this stock pulls back, then I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to remove that segment. I'm going to remove this segment because I did my analysis of this. And you can see July 27th, it was trading, even if you had just bought it, July 25th, it was trading at 150. 150. The 4-hour algorithm got you out with 109% gain. Fantastic. Got you right back in at 155. You're in there. It's at 191. Since I put out this one is up huge. Okay? Another one that I gave to paid subscribers was IREN. I gave it to them around $18 because this trigger right here at 1777, it's coming off 167% gain. I said I like this one to get to that 27 level. It did. It's trading at $30. It's up huge. It was up 20% yesterday. 20%. And Eric Jackson who is the Open Door guy. I put Open on the September watch list. Okay. IREN, CIFR. They're two of the stocks that actually could benefit from what we saw yesterday, Nebius going up by 50%. He's saying Open Door will go to 82. Now, since I put Open Door on the September watch list, it's up 37%. Speaking of the watch list, STX was on there. That's up 15% since I published the watch list. So not only is STX a good one from July 27th, but September 1st, that watch list came out. It's up 15% from them. But I said there was a better pick. Okay? I went in here and I type in XTX and I said, Seagate Technology, it's number 2 out of 28. I did the analysis. What was number 1? WDC. Since I published that list and I said WDC has a better opportunity than STX, WDC is up 18% since I published it. Both are strong buys in the quant. Okay, both are strong buys in the quant. And I said, again, this is what I do. And it's just using the tools that you have available to you. Thanks to Joe for sending me a Venmo for another pick, PSIX, that I recently highlighted for paid subs that I'm in. And PSIX, this is part of the reason why I said, hey, yesterday, PSIX was up like 6%. PSIX, let's look at it a little bit. I'm going to put that in there. PSIX, strong buy in the quant, strong buy from Wall Street. Okay. I'm up 6% on this buy. It was up 9% yesterday. I'm up 6% personally. It's up 2% in pre-market. Strong buy. This literally was published just yesterday. And I put this in the newsletter. It's the number 1 rated stock in heavy electrical equipment. Is up over 340% in the last year, beating earnings. Okay. It's also, this is huge. I mean, it's a top to Steve Kress 2025 second half stock. PSIX, it is on a run. And I used the 4-hour algorithm. I had a buy at 87. I took that buy. I alerted members that, hey, I'm taking this buy. Paid members in the newsletter. Average 66% win. It performs almost exactly. You can see the performance chart on your screen. 173% versus buy and hold over the last 8 months. 173%. It wins 50% of the time. So it's performing about the same. The risk reward was there. I took it at 87. Where are we trading right now? 95. Where do I think it's going to go? Well, the previous all-time high is 121. We're not even at 100 yet. It's a little stretched. I like it. Again, number 1 rated quant stock, beating average earnings for the 9th straight quarter just last week. And you might say, well, all you bring up are tech stocks. Well, I published this just Monday or something. I said this stock will blow your mind. It's in this newsletter, okay? The stock that beats NVIDIA. This is September 2nd. September 2nd. This stock will blow your mind. What is it? It's freaking Build-A-Bear. It's up 20% since I published this. BBW. Now, Seeking Alpha, let's just go and look at it. BBW. It's a strong buy in the it's a buy in the quant, strong buy on Wall Street. Wall Street's price target is $80. That's 12% from where it's trading today. The 4-hour algorithm on Build-A-Bear, I published the article right there. You're up 20% since then. The 4-hour algorithm had you in at 51. So again, that's the analysis that I did. I said, hey, this one beats it. Here's your Build-A-Bear favorite stocks, and they're labeling it as a buy. It's an analysis published just yesterday in Seeking Alpha. So again, one thing that I don't usually talk about on this podcast are ETFs. And I was rebalancing my portfolio yesterday, and I own this ETF, IGM. And I said, okay, you know what? Let's take a look at the actual portfolio of IGM. Because IGM, I own this one along with QQQ. It's kind of the same thing, but it's far different. Okay? I had a good amount of this because it's an expanded tech sector. QQQ, remember, is 100 holdings. This one has 287 holdings. Yes, its top is Apple. Yes, I'm heavily weighted towards Apple. So why do I hold this over QQQ? Because look at the performance. This is total return. Over 1 year, IGM is up 37%. Again, it's an expanded one. So not only do I hold Apple, not only do I hold tech, but I hold this one along with QQQ, and I like it. It's just expanding me into tech. And yes, I own XLK as well. So the big movers from the crypto treasury yesterday slid back down. CWD and Octo, you can go and look at those. But one that didn't slip down that I own that isn't tech is United Health. I've gone over this many, many times. This is one that at $290, when Buffett announced he was buying it, it was a shut up and buy the moment. And that's it. I mean, that was just literally, it's a cheap stock. It's getting a bid. It's vital to our economy. It's pushed over that 316 and you're trading at 347 right now. Is it too soon? No, I don't think so. There are gaps above this. And you can read the United Healthcare leads a sector-wide rally on star ratings. This is the government paying United Health to manage healthcare. And there's gaps above here. And you can see that one right there, 376. This one starts at 489. Is that going to be a gap hunter? Will the gaps fill? I'm here for it. I've got enough of this. I put my money in. I identified when I entered, when I'm going to sell. So I know everything about this stock. It's not risky for me because I'm going to hold it. Now, yesterday, I just went over that 581 level right there on the 5-minute chart. Okay. Why did I get that? Well, I was looking at things yesterday. I was looking not to buy anything, but I was really just looking to rebalance a little. I did feel that Apple's event was a little light. So I sold Apple and I bought QQQM. I was just doing some analysis of QQQ. If you're looking short term and want a place where you need to get back to, that's it. Now, talking about Apple, the iPhone event was good. Ho-hum. The Air was cool. New chips were cool. New AirPods. What does it have? The vapor barrier? I mean, the stock pumped. And you can see it here. This is my Fidelity app. And I was just looking at the chart. The stock pumped on the freaking vapor barrier. That's it. But the second they talked about no $100 price increase on every phone, the stock tanked. The stock just tanked. So I got out. And if you want to look at Apple, we can look at Apple. It's kind of down. You know, it's a sell the news event. But that's the way it's been. Now, do I think that this one's going up? Again, I will not sell the large majority of my Apple until we get back to 260. It's 30 times. The market hated yesterday. It didn't love it. If it loved it and said, ooh, they're going to make a ton of money, this would be up by 10% today. I still maintain it's a $260 stock, but where would I rather put my money? Alpha Picks, the top 10 stock list, QQQ. Until they get AI figured out, that's the problem. And there was just a ho-hum of the normal kind of stuff. And yes, the Air is cool. And yes, people will probably buy the Air. And yes, a year from now, this may be significantly higher. And speaking of, we can go over this. Yeah, Apple wraps off iPhone, slimmer iPhone. It's just, it is what it is. Now, I want to go over Alpha Picks. Because remember on September 2nd, when I was live on Substack scalping the live Alpha Pick, it was a large amount, large market cap stock, so I couldn't scalp it. So I just went in with double the allocation. Well, I'm happy to report that I'm up 5% on that investment. without adding to it. I haven't done anything to it. I just hold double it. So now I'm up 5%. If I get up to 50%, I'll take some off. This is what I did with Carnival Cruise Line. It's again a way of managing that. So in the 4-hour algorithm, this particular stock had a buy at 16 on August 4th, and today it's at 22. So I simply put an alert in TrendSpider when the trigger is for sell for the 4-hour algorithm. The average win on the 4-hour algorithm for this particular stock, again, it's not United Rentals. This is the stock that they just picked. The average win is 13%, but the current run that it's on is close to 40%. I'm not tempted to add more currently. I'm tempted to reduce my position if it pulls back, but this particular stock was a gold stock. One alpha pick was up 6% yesterday, while 8 of the stocks were up over 1%. It's a great portfolio. But let me point something out to folks, okay? United Rentals, they got out of this on June 9th. Now, I want to say June 9th, you can see the reason they got out of this, because it was a hold rating in the quant for over 180 days. It didn't say it was a bad stock. It just says, hey, we're a rules-based portfolio. I held my small position, okay? Want to know why? Because I used the other tool, URI. I used my charting tool, and I said, hey, we just had a golden cross of the 50-day on the 200-day. It's a small position. It was 1% of the portfolio. Again, overall, United Rentals returned a positive return in alpha picks. But the reality is I didn't want to get out of it here. Even though the downside was, hey, there's a potential gap fill here, I said I want to hold on to it. And it was at 711. Where are you today? 945. So I was able to hold on to it. I put an alert in now on when to sell. I didn't get out during this last sale because I still liked that the 4-hour algorithm had you in. And the 4-hour algorithm makes 30% more than buy and hold, 114%. It wins 43% of the time. The average win is 12%. The average loss is 2%. This was down only 1.53%. I said, if we get a bid here, it's going to move up. And it did. So this is how I'm managing my alpha picks portfolio. When they tell me to get out, I actually look at the stock and I make a determination. I don't just listen to them. Other stocks that they've recently closed that I have gotten out of, Pepsi. I don't like Pepsi. Not only is it a failing on the alpha picks where it's it was removed, but it's just a stock that hasn't gone anywhere. And so I didn't see anything in particular up here, so I got out of it. Now, should I have held on to it and, using the 138 as support? Maybe. But again, this is a broken stock. And then there's GM. GM will trade regularly up to 60, and then it will pull back. I got out of it because it was around $58. It's trading at $58.02. It's a shitty business. So as I was doing things yesterday, I was just researching stuff. And one of the things that I do is I regularly go over to FinViz. This isn't a paid tool. This is just a regular one. I go to FinViz and I look at the biggest gainers from the previous day. And I looked at it and I published it. So again, I'm going to take you through some of the stocks that I see that are regular stocks that I look at on here. Okay? And I'm going to take you through my entire process. So one of the biggest gainers, Micron, it's number 11. Let's go and look at Micron because I've looked at this one several times. If you go to the homepage, by the way, here on Seeking Alpha, and I go and look at this all the time, the top stock quants by market cap. Micron has been a top stock based on the large cap. 4.97 out of 5. That's a huge score. Now, where did Micron go into a strong buy? We'll scroll down here and you'll see it was 122. It really got in there at 122, maybe at 114 down here, you could say. But say it's 122. Where is it trading today? 135. So Maybe you took the chance and you bought Micron because it's number one semiconductor stock. Number two is Taiwan Semi. But let's go and use the other tool, Micron. Because here you go. 4-hour algorithm had you in at 121. Pretty good. Again, it moved up there. 4-hour algorithm makes you 30% more with buy and hold. And again, resistance at 128. Boom, we've gone past it. And I identified that 128 based on a previous high, and we've gone past it. Are we moving to all-time highs? Because it's still a strong buy. You make the determination. I don't own this one, but I like it. It's in my watch list. Another one here, APH. Let's go and look at APH. Again, you have to do this research for yourself. It's a hold in the quant. But when I look down at the scores, the only thing that's an F is valuation. Growth, profitability, momentum, and revision are A pluses. And then I go and look at the valuation and I say, what about the growth? Well, the PEG ratio is 1.47. Very low. Why? Because the growth is phenomenal. 40% year over year. Electric components, number 3 out of 20. Then you go into TrendSpider and we look up APH. Boom. 42% gain. Just got you in at 112. Where are you trading right now? 118. Now another one that's in here that I've recently purchased is Coinbase. It was the number 5 gainer yesterday, up 5%. I think I'm still negative on this one. But I invest in this and I told people it was setting up a nice level at 300. Where you're at right now, 323. The 4-hour algorithm makes you 321% versus 273%. I like it. I bought it at 320. Where are you today? 323. I'll probably be up this morning. But I've been down. Again, it was trending down. Did I get out? No. I had a plan. Then I've gone over this one many times before in the past 2 weeks. AMD. I said AMD will probably perform better than NVIDIA over the next year. It's a buy in the quant. Okay? It's coming off of a strong buy. You can see it was a strong buy here at 162. It's 155 right now. It's trading up to 163 in pre-market. And you can go and look at Wall Street. Wall Street's price target is 185, 18% upside. Then you go over to TrendSpider and you say, oh, okay, AMD, well, 4-hour algorithm had a nice 70% gain here. Hasn't gotten you back in. Will you get back in? Probably. That 164, presenting a pretty good support level if we can see it break through and pull back. Right now, I would say the support level is more around 130, 140. Know your upside and your downside. But the performance on AMD is about the same as buy and hold. But your average win is 11%. And you win 44% of the time. So it's a good one to take a risk on for me. It's in my watch list. Am I changing my NVIDIA over to AMD? Probably over time. Yes. And then there's another one that's on here. Okay. One of the big ones, 19 and 20. Google up 2.5% today or yesterday. So let's go and let's look at Google. Google is a hold in the quant. This is just coming off of a buy. Is it? Yeah. Not coming off a buy. But it's a top 5 position for me. I've said it's cheap. I continue to think that this is still a great opportunity. When you look at Wall Street, what's their average price target? 227. It's trading at 240. I think they're undervaluing it. Again, the valuation is nuts, but the valuation is 24 times forward earnings. That's cheap for a Mag 7. Then, if you don't like the fundamentals on this one, well, let's go and look at the technicals. Okay? It doesn't beat buy and hold, but but you can find an entry on this one. And if you bought when the 4-hour algorithm said to buy, you're up 37% in just the run of 2 months. So again, using the tools that you have, this is what you do. And I was reading yesterday, how high can Nebius go? James puts it real bluntly. Nebius, $10 billion analyst estimates by 2030. Price to sales of 20, which is cheap. $200 billion valuation. Nebius price target by 2030, 833. That's assuming they don't dilute and issue more shares. But it's simple math. And if you want to know more of James's thought on Nebius, this is his thought. Now, I'm not in Nebius. I love Nebius. It's up 50% yesterday. Is it too late to get into it? For me, yes. The 4-hour algorithm got you in yesterday. 4-hour algorithm makes half of what buy and hold does. It wins 50% of the time over the 10 months that this has been a stock. It trades 8 times, so it's not even once per month. So 96, if you can get it and you're going to be able to buy it at 91 today, and this one gets you in, maybe this is one of the 50% losses. Okay? Because weekly, it's still a little stretched for me. But you've got to make your determination. Now, again, some may call me a genius because I said, hey, we have lower expectations for Oracle. Okay? They missed on earnings. I mean, let me be clear. Lowered expectations, they missed. But the stock is up 32% in pre-market. I'm going to quote their CFO. We expect multi-cloud revenue to grow substantially every quarter for several years as we deliver another 37 data centers to our 3 hyperscale partners for a total of 71. And next month, we will introduce a new cloud infrastructure service called the Oracle AI Database that enables our customers to use the large language model of their choice. Again, 30, the growth substantial. That's what they're talking about, amazing growth. Now, Oracle, you may say, hey, but the quant has it as a hold. Well, it's been a hold forever. You look back 3 years, this has been a hold forever. It's been a hold since 117. You're trading at $320. Okay? Now, maybe you say, well, it's a little expensive. Well, the 4-hour algorithm got you in at $239. I said it yesterday. It traded up to $320, $239 right there. It beats buy and hold 144% versus 97% buy and hold. Shout out to Casey, who sent me a tip on Venmo, letting me know he took the trade. By the way, just so everybody can have some FOMO, just this move right here in the morning, right now, this added, added $76 billion to Larry Ellison's net worth. $76 billion. I mean, you win $1 billion in a lottery, you're happy. This guy made $76 billion with an announcement of earnings. That's it. So it's crazy. But again, this is a company, AI, that's pushing forward and huge gains. It's not even number 1 out of the 46. TLS is number 1. Telos. Is this one a great one? Well, it's a $463 million market cap. Top stock, again, 815. I have my notes in here. Top stock when I looked at it, because Nebius was trading so high, I said there's got to be a better stock. It was trading at 568. It's at 639 right now. So had I taken that trade just based on the strong buy quant, I would have gained quite a bit. Now, let's look at GameStop, because I said GameStop, they've got a ton of attraction. Their earnings push the price into the gap. And we can look at GME. It pumped. I think it's pulling back now because we know this one is not a great company. Let's just look at, hold on. I got to reload. And I'm not going to edit it out. Oh, well. you're here just for this. We're going to look at GME. We're going to push this one up, okay? I'm going to do the after hours because you're going to see the after hours on this one on 5 minute. You can see it pumped up. It's lost its way. It pumped all the way up to $27. $27. And then it pulled back. Why? It's a shitty company. It's just a shitty company. Kudos to those that took the trade here at $23 and got up to $30 because it has started to fill that gap. Now, the gap goes up to 28. We know it filled the gap in pre-market. Am I interested in this one? No. Risk reward. And as far as risk reward goes, I will tell you Bitcoin. Seasonally, this is to talk to the 60% of people in Seeking Alpha who didn't like crypto in their portfolio. I present to you this data, okay? It suggests that while September is a seasonally weak month, which is when you want to buy, Q4 is exceptionally strong. Now, how do I play Bitcoin? I don't buy coins. I do own IBIT. I own ETHA. I own Coinbase. I own what's that one? The one IREN, IREN. So I do own some stuff around crypto that's a little bit. But again, did I buy at 63? You bet I bought at 63. It's up 2% today. It's at 64. Would I have been better buying a little bit down? Yeah. I use the 4-hour algorithm just to buy. But it's a buy and hold for me. But again, if we're in a seasonally weak period and we start to turn around in Q4, that's when you can make a lot of money. So again, I point out the tools that I use. They're very simple. TrendSpider is the one. That's the charting program. And then I'd get the bundle. And between those two, you're at about $1,000 a year. So make sure you're trading with enough money that your portfolio has enough money to justify that. Because for years, I didn't have these tools. I used free tools. But the fact is, I am more efficient, saving me time and making more money. And that's what I hear from readers who sign up and listeners. So if you're interested in these, again, everything's on Linktree, linktr.ee, even the newsletter, which is free most of the time. But if you feel like supporting me, again, my goal is to make sure that you get picks that will give you back the money that you pay. And that's the key. All of these tools, I am confident when used correctly, you can make the yearly subscription back in a very easy fashion. So if you have any questions, hit me up. On Linktree, there's my email address as well. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's hope inflation stays down. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.